Hello, thanks for joining me, astrologer Patrick Arundell, for your astrological overview for week commencing the 7th of December. At the end of November and the start of this month, the Sun was bound up closely with Saturn, the planet of structure, but of course of restriction, which in turn had been in a square with Neptune for pretty well the whole of November, which peaked in the last week. As we entered December, therefore, there was still a rather sombre, draining environment because the Sun usually in Sagittarius is a free spirit, it's optimistic, it's go-getting. Saturn's making it much more pensive, slowing it down. And with Neptune there as well, there was a dreamy, rather emotional, draining vibe feeding in to take away some of that vibrancy that the Sun in Sagittarius creates. This week, however, the Sun has stepped forwards. It's away from those two, but it is connecting brilliantly with both Mars and Uranus. This points towards the freedom-loving, the independent side of Sagittarius that we can all relate to, the truth seeker, the rather blunt person when it comes to a debate in a bar, anything from football to makeup, who tells it as it is. That Sagittarius is much more likely to find their voice this week. But for us all, there is an explosive clash between Mars and Uranus, which we need to handle with care. So although the Sun forges a positive link with them, these two are in opposition. And this can create a very charged atmosphere where people can be prickly about defending their personal space, or much more assertive about punching across their point of view. So we're not out of the woods, we're just into a different set of woods from the ones we were in last week. These have got a lot more air running around them, a lot more ability to articulate ourselves, but we just need to be conscious. Now Venus, of course, moved last week into the deep, passionate vibe of Scorpio. And this week starts to forge a gorgeous link with Neptune. If you're lucky enough to be going on a date and you really hit it off, it could be a match made in heaven. However, Neptune does continue to tangle much less productively with Saturn. That's going to go on for the rest of December. So when it comes to structure and the things that can erode structure, that's still a possibility. And if we speak out too quickly or make impulsive decisions without thinking things through, which is possible on the back of Uranus's opposition to Mars, that's not helpful as well. However, Mercury does move into a much more business-like location on Thursday, which the shift into Capricorn can help us to be more searching and just a little bit slower in the way we analyse things. The more positive vibe of the Saturnian influence of the sign of Capricorn is going to feed into Mercury. And then there is a new moon in Sagittarius itself on Friday. And I think it's one that we will all welcome after that cloying smudge of draining, enervating energy at the turn of the months. But we still need to use the vibe of Sagittarius wisely, which means not diving into situations quickly, not promising more than we can realistically deliver, not overestimating our abilities, and not taking the time particularly to weigh things up carefully before making any key decisions, because that could be a possibility this week for sure. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.